So I have a big life update. I moved to London. I think I may have actually mentioned moving to London previously in one of my videos, but I haven't really addressed it properly on my channel. So basically that's what this video is going to be, and a bit of a little flat tour as well. So I should probably actually introduce myself here for any of you who are new. Hi, my name is Sophie, and this is my channel. I make videos usually all around language learning and travelling, but I guess London life is going to be involved in that, because previously uni life was involved in that, and I think a lot of my identity on YouTube was I was a language student, which is why I made so many videos about language learning, and now I use languages in my job, but I don't really spend the time studying them. So, you know, my channel is evolving. This is a bit of a ramble, but if you're new here, hi! Click that big red subscribe button down below, because I will be making a lot of London content, and I'm assuming if you're watching this video, you're interested in London content, that or you're already subscribed to my channel and you just wanted to know what was going on with my life. And if that's so, thank you for coming back. I love you for sticking around, and yeah, that was kind of cringy. I'm not famous, but I feel like I'm saying I love you to my fans. Anyway, London. I don't want to tell you exactly where I'm living because obviously safety reasons, but I am in South East London, which is pretty convenient. It's pretty convenient for me to get to work, and it's a pretty convenient location. I'm in walking distance of, well, okay, maybe I will tell you. I'm in walking distance of Greenwich, so that's nice, but I'm not in Greenwich. But I love Greenwich, so I'm very happy about that. But other than the ramble on, I should probably show you this flat. But for those of you who are currently flat hunting, I know in London it's terrible, it's horrible. We were looking for so long, and actually I did not view this place, so we were struggling to get viewings in, and I was on holiday in Malta, and Alex viewed this place and he just sent me videos, and it looked alright from the videos. And then, you know, when I moved in, of course there were some issues, there had to be, didn't know, a lot of things were broken. As you can see, the wall is slightly different colour behind me because there was a shelf there, I believed, when he viewed it, and when we came back there was no shelf, and there was holes in the wall where the shelf had been. So someone came and fixed it, and we still had the shelf over there. We don't know if we're allowed to. I keep saying we should throw it away. But yeah, I don't really want to throw away someone else's property. But I think we should throw it away because it's annoying me. Little ramble, but yeah, finding a place in London is hard. So I feel like I had to jump on this place even though I had viewed it, and it was also £100 over the original budget that we set, but we were really struggling within our budget, and that was 1,500 for a one bed, and we were struggling. I feel like the only place we would have been alright was slightly further out, but Alex was very keen to live closer than he already did, because I think he was already in Zone 5, whereas I already lived outside of London, so I don't really mind if I was living in Zone 4, for example, because I was still a lot closer than I was. Well, I would have been a lot closer than I was. Poor English grammar, apologies. You wouldn't think I studied languages. I'm really rambling on, but yeah. We found a place, we weren't getting places because we weren't bidding up anyway, so I thought, you know, if this place is 100 more and they're not expecting us to bid up, and we have a balcony, and there's also a gym and swimming pool on site, and we just pay a one-off £10 payment, I thought I'd rather pay, you know, £100 more here, because we were getting things that we weren't getting in some of these places that expected us to bid up, like the balcony and the swimming pool and gym, than, you know, bid up elsewhere just for a flat of the same size, really. So I think we got quite a good deal here, even though I think it is ridiculously overpriced, but I think that is just London, especially at the moment. Right, anyway, tour. Let's start the tour. Okay, so let's start with the tour, starting with the main living space, which is the kitchen and the living room. Ignore the error. We don't have a tumble dryer, and I was unable to do laundry until late last night, even though I was working from home, because Alex's laundry was still drying from the day before. So now my laundry is still drying because it hasn't had a chance to get any sun, which is what it needs until now, but it's meant to be very hot today, so I'm hoping it will dry. But yes, it's going to be very challenging in the winter, and I don't know where we'd put a tumble dryer, to be honest. I don't think we have the space, and I'm guessing that would have to be like installed, so we'd have to let the landlord know. So yeah, unfortunately that's going to be a bit of a challenge in the winter months. But yeah, onto the actual tour and not me chatting. So this is the kitchen space. I'm not a big fan of these fridges because I like the idea of having fridge magnets, and I've purchased a load and I cannot, because it's not magnetic, I can't stick anything to that. So yeah, I've got this collection of fridge magnets that I currently can't use. But space wise, the fridge and the freezer, like for 2 people it's enough. Like you can see that freezer's not even like full, but I do make a lot of stuff from fresh. The freezer stuff is just there more for like when we just don't have the time, and you know, you really don't want to cook but you don't want to spend money on takeaway. And yeah, like plenty of storage space. The only problem I find is I struggle to, like, actually see, I struggle to reach stuff up here, which is a really pain. So I have to get one of those chairs, and one of the chairs was broken when we arrived and they fixed it but said be careful with it, so I have to remember which chair is the broken one so I don't stand on it. Yeah, and I'm quite tall, I'm 5'7.5". This comes up, has a fan and lights so when we're cooking. I'm just realising how dirty that hob is, but I swear I'm always cleaning it. And yeah, the kettle and the toaster we like purchased. I forgot to mention this place is furnished, but yeah, like electrical appliances stuff, obviously we had to furnish purchase. Oven really annoys me because it smokes really easily, and I realised, I think it was a tray which I think came with the flat, I don't think it was ours. It has it seems to have bits coming off of it, so they were burning and causing the fire alarm to go off. But at least we figured out what it was. Worst dishwasher I've ever used, but it's a dishwasher, so we don't use that all the time, but it's there for when I'm feeling lazy or when I've got far too much washing up to do. Yeah, this is more kind of like random storage space. Table, which to be honest I'm not a big fan of. It really does look like someone just picked that up from the charity shop, or it was one that someone left outside. That's the thing, I got furnished because I thought it would be easier, and I thought furniture would be so much money, but you can get so much stuff on Facebook Marketplace for quite cheap that I'm like, you know, would it have been better just to look for our own table? And yeah, decorated the window area for a bit. And yeah, this corner's kind of the messy corner. That's where the bin is, the random shelf, cleaning supplies. And we don't have a recycling bin yet. I need to order a recycling bin. I think I'm going to turn that into a recycling bin because it's actually like a lot smaller than I realised. Even though it had the measurements in my head, I thought it'd be a lot bigger. So then turn that in the recycling bin because we have less of that. I am quite annoyed that we don't have a food bin, and I don't know how we go about getting one. Hook on the door, but yeah, because I can't see anywhere to drop off like food waste in the bin area on site. Which is annoying because I feel like I'm putting it in the normal bin. 1, it stinks more, and 2, I like to recycle. Yeah, this is the desk. This was actually the previous tenants, and he's asked if we wanted to, like, if we wanted it, and I work from home, so I was like, rather than get my own one, I may as well have theirs. Obviously it's not amazing, it's not like one that I would personally choose, but you know, ideally we're going to be in this place for a year, and I think, or maybe 2 at most. And then we'll move on. Yeah, I need to purchase a bookshelf, but this is currently what I was reading, but I've got a ton of books in my wardrobe, so I need to purchase a bookshelf. TV, obviously we purchased ourselves, Switch I had already. And then this area, I don't really know, it's just a mess. A lot of this stuff I want to put in my scrapbook when I get scrapbooking. This is kind of just a random basket I got when I purchased some sauces in Mexico from the duty free. And yeah, I need to get like a shelf, so again I could put my like scrapbook on that. I need to get a frame from this painting I did, but I'm assuming because it's, you know, rented, obviously can't go drilling holes in the wall to hang the painting up, so maybe I will just keep it there, but obviously put it in a frame so it stays nice and clean. Not that it's a work of art, but it is what it is. And so then through the main living area and into the hall, we then have our bathroom. I don't know why I'm walking backwards. Which, you know, is a pretty decent size, I think, for a 1-bedroom flat. So our bathroom is a pretty average bathroom. However, one thing that I do like about it is this little like half kind of open cupboard thing that we have, so that you can open it more to have more of the mirror there if you want and to store more things, but you don't have to worry about things falling into the toilet off of the shelf. Our shower though is not the best. Actually, when we came here, the shower pole was just lying in the bathtub with no shower curtain, so we had to get that fixed. But yeah, the shower, the water kind of goes everywhere and goes all over the floor, even with the curtain sometimes. Like, it's just not the best. But this is our room, which is pretty decent size. Pretty happy with the room. There not many problems with the room, just the wardrobe is kind of like off the railings, so sometimes it can be hard to open. We have had someone come around and look at it and they said they couldn't fix it, which seems a bit silly, but well, it's just renting. That's part of renting, right? And yeah, this is our storage room with this washing machine. I don't know if it is a washer dryer because I've never seen one before, but I believe it's just a washing machine. Okay, so that's my flat. That's the flat tour. There's not too much to show you because obviously it is a 1-bedroom flat, and I will not be showing you the gym and the swimming pool because I'm not going in there filming whilst people are trying to, you know, work out or swimming in their trunks or swimming costumes or whatever. I think that will make people feel uncomfortable. It's just an average like gym, but without like obviously classes and personal trainers, and we didn't even get an induction, which I think is the main reason I've just used the swimming pool and not the gym, because I feel like I don't know what I'm doing with half the machines. I feel like the only machine I would probably actually use would be the rowing machine, plus I just like being in water, like, so I like the swimming pool. Anyway, apologies as well that I didn't really show you much of the balcony. I was trying to show you the size of the balcony and what came with the balcony. The plant pots were added. All this has gone out of focus, just so that you could get an idea, but I didn't want to show you, of course, like where I'm living for safety reasons. Oh, that was loud. But yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a big thumbs up. If you're currently searching for a flat in London, I hope you find somewhere soon. It took us a long time to find somewhere, but you'll find somewhere eventually, I'm sure. And maybe the other flats just didn't work out for a reason, so you can find somewhere better. But yeah, click that big red subscribe button down below because I will be making more London content. I also make travel vlogs, as I mentioned earlier, and sometimes language related videos. So yeah, stick around if you're into any of those types of videos. And yeah, leave me a comment down below if you're looking for a flat in London, or I don't know. I just used to love watching these videos like before I started looking for a flat in London, when I knew I was going to start looking at a flat in London. And even like when I was at university, I used to watch so many of these videos from different cities, thinking about where oh my god, I'm dying. I might want to live in the future. I'm gonna go before I die on camera. Bye.